Alright, so just to recap what we covered in today's live stream. Yesterday I mentioned that I was looking for silencial sales on the dollar and longs on the euro and so on, but price just made another strong move to the upside. Okay, dollar continued to move to the upside. It's another strong bullish candle, and the good part is that there was actually no signs to look for that sell. Price just continued to move. There was no confirmation in terms of price action to look for the sell, and now the dollar index is approaching those highs still in here. It's still a good structure that we can look for, but as I mentioned during the stream, even though we may have a good level on the left side that you may be interested to look for shorts or to trade, doesn't mean that I'm just going to be placing, or that you should be placing a sell limit in there and just trade it like that. Like, we can follow the approach, we can follow and try to find some confirmations before even taking trade. In this case, there was no confirmation to look for sales. Same thing on euro dollar, no confirmations to look for longs, actually, until we are right now, because now price finally start to create this range. And when you start creating this kind of a range after such a big momentum to the upside, what tends to happen is that now is going to be the moment of creating some liquidity, and this price action can turn into a reversal pattern. And basically what I'm going to be anticipating in here is a potential break of these lows to start showing indication that you want to go down. Perhaps price can still respect the trend line in here, and then you can fake out the highs or just react from these highs. I'll prefer that tomorrow we could fake out the highs and then move to the downside. Now tomorrow we finally have some news in the US. We have manufacturing and services PMI in the Eurozone, UK, and then in the US in the afternoon we also have unemployment claims in the US. In the euro, it's going to be the complete opposite. We finally broke the lows on the euro, and now price is in a new structure, but it's reacting also from an interesting level on the left side. Pound dollar also made a strong move to downside today, which is getting closer to a good level where you can start looking for longs as well. So again, tomorrow I do believe that we may have this move to downside on the dollar and the move to the upside across the same dollar pairs. We will talk about euro dollar, pound dollar, Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, and so on. With this move to downside that we saw across euro and also pound dollar, we actually had a great opportunity on the euro pound, a setup that we talked about yesterday. It was actually a trade that I took from the lows. It played out exactly as predicted, and so far it's been reacting really nicely, like a strong move to the upside. It's getting closer to the final target, a little bit higher than where it is right now. We'll see if that's going to happen or not. Canada, we had interest rate decision, so another 50 basis points. It looks like it was already priced in. Price didn't really move that much, but we are also around an interesting zone to look for sell, so we'll see if that's going to play out or not. And the end pairs turned a little bit now in the evening. We finally had this strong move to downside to get closer to the other structure that you're looking for, and I'm looking for price to have some kind of reaction from this level in here. So I would like to see this yen index moving a little bit more to the downside, which means the other yen pairs to move a little bit more to the upside and to create some kind of price action around this level, potentially for a turn, at least to feel a little bit of that structure in there. And then you have the US indices, which today it was a complete sell-off in here. As you can see, you have minus 1% on the S&P, 1.7 on NASDAQ. Basically, this is something that we've been looking for since we already had some bearish price action with the break of previous lows in here, and that's exactly how it played out. Like, we anticipated that on S&P, on NASDAQ, and also Dow, and even the DAX. Like, so basically all of them, again, we're looking for price to fill this price. Basically it's getting really close to it. It provides a great opportunity by price retracing all the way back to the highs. And then Dow Jones as well, something that we're looking for as well, for price to break. We noticed that price had already broken some structure in there and now making that move. And the same thing in here on the DAX with a little bit more of a room to the downside. Again, even if price goes slightly higher, I could still see more selling pressure in there. Even crypto, Bitcoin and Ethereum as well just continue to move to the downside, now having a little bit of a reaction. Ethereum as well filling out that space that you're looking for after breaking that low. Perfect move, and now reacting from the next fresh level that is in there. Gold and silver finally found some selling pressure, so we had a little bit of a move to downside across those two assets. Let's see if the sellers actually going to be a little bit more present of if the buyers are going to be managing to push price to the upside again. And then oil is still around this structure, right? We had that initial move to the upside yesterday. Today kind of is a little bit back into the range. Again, as I mentioned, if price does go back closer to the lows from last week, I'm going to be interested to look for new long opportunities on the oil again. So that's basically it. Tomorrow, once again, I'm looking for sales. I think price now with this range, especially on dollar index, I think it's going to create really nice, interesting price action to potentially look for a short, and the opposite across the other pairs: euro, pound, Aussie, New Zealand, and so on. So that's basically it. So thank you very much, guys. I'll see you tomorrow again. If you are new, feel free to subscribe, feel free to join, feel free to share any trading ideas that you have for us to analyze the market together. With that being said, thank you very much, guys. We got it.